Hi everyone, it's John from What Up. Welcome back to another video, and we have some massive casting news that got dropped this morning by He Who Tweets with the Dawn on X. So I guess, happy Wheel of Time Wednesday. Now, this casting news isn't something that's brand new to the fandom. It's been out there for a while. In fact, I leaked the news over a year and a half ago myself here on the channel, but for some people, especially those of you just joining the fandom, it might be brand new, and at the very least, it's now out there officially, so the actors can actually interact with the fandom, which is a huge deal. I'm pretty excited about that. So, if you like Wheel of Time news, make this a place and your source of Wheel of Time news. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, anything and everything that drops with the Wheel of Time, we'll talk about it here, and you're not going to miss anything in the lead up to Season 3. So, who is this actress and who is she going to be playing? Well, it's Shohreh Aghdashloo, and she's playing Elaida. Now, if you don't know who Shohreh Aghdashloo is, she is an absolutely amazing actress. She's been acting since 1976, and she has a list of credits that's longer than I can even describe. And she's been in a ton of really great stuff. She's Oscar nominated, Emmy award winning, and she has been in some massive, massive hits over the years. And if you really, really want to know, she's probably best known for a ton of different performances, and we'll go through them all here in a second, but you probably recognize her from The Expanse. It's a wildly popular show that is now currently on Prime, that started on Sci-Fi, that got canceled, and then Prime picked it up and finished it and did it justice and gave the fans the ending they deserve. And she was absolutely amazing in that role during The Expanse. I've watched The Expanse a number of different times, and seeing her on screen every single time just brings my heart with joy. And she was actually my personal fan casting for Elaida long before she was leaked here on the channel, and I knew she was going to play Elaida. So she's probably best known for House of Sand and Fog. She was in House of Saddam. She did a voiceover role in the Netflix films Damsel. She was in the Assassin's Creed series. She was on 24, like I said, The Expanse. She has been in a ton of different things. She was in some of the X-Men movies, The Punisher, you name it, she's done it. And she is a huge addition to the third season and beyond of the Wheel of Time. And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit when I can actually talk about spoilers. We'll do spoilers near the end of the video. So, spoiler free, she's playing Elaida, and for those of you who haven't read the book series, you probably don't understand exactly how important, how awesome this particular Aes Sedai is. So I'm going to read you a little bit of information from the press release. Now, the press release is probably about as spoiler free as you can possibly get. And while this isn't a photo of Shohreh from the Wheel of Time, because we don't have anything official from the Wheel of Time just yet, Red sisters usually wear red. And this is a picture of her from The Expanse, and this is part of the reason why when I very first watched The Expanse, my first thought in my head was she would be an absolutely stellar Elaida. Now, the press release says this about Elaida. Elaida is a ruthlessly powerful Aes Sedai of the Red Aja, as proficient in politicking as she is in channeling. She has a deep history with Moraine, played by Rosamund Pike, Swan, played by Sophie Okinato, and scores to settle with both of them when she returns to the White Tower. Elaida is someone who believes in ends over means and is willing to do anything to achieve what she envisions to be the greater good. Yeah, huge deal for the show. She is absolutely amazing. And like I said, she's been actively interacting with fans all morning on social media. And I think she's just been waiting for this because when the role was leaked a while ago, the fandom got very excited. And one of the problems when roles leak, and especially when I leak them, is you can get excited, but you have to temper that excitement because without an official announcement, the cast can't actually interact with the fandom. And a big part of the Wheel of Time fandom is online, on X, on BLUESKY, on Instagram, on Reddit. And the cast and crew and the production team actually does interact with a lot of them. And most of the interactions are done on X, which is part of the reason why I still have my account there. When that stops, I'll move completely over to BLUESKY and exclusively use that because BLUESKY seems to be fairly awesome right now. But that's half the fun leading up to the seasons, is knowing these cast members, having them interact with the fandom, seeing how excited they get, and their reactions to people just being absolutely thrilled that they're talking to them. So we're talking Shohreh Aghdashloo as Elaida for Season 3. Season 3 releases March 13th of next year, and this is a huge get for the show because she's such a great actress, but I know exactly why they're doing this, which leads us into the spoiler part of the video. So if you don't like spoilers, you have the news. This is what dropped this morning. Happy Wheel of Time Wednesday. I'm glad to feed your Wheel of Time addiction at least for another day. But now we're going to get into spoilers. We're going to talk about how she fits into Season 3 and exactly why she's so important to the book series because, well, let's face it, we have Elaida coming in at a pivotal time in the show. So we're going to put a little handy dandy spoiler hand up there right now. So if you folks haven't read the book series, if you guys don't know what's going on here, then we're going to have to spoil some things for you. So you've been warned. All right, so we got our handy dandy little red hand helper here. We're doing spoilers up to book 5. That's The Eye of the World Through the Fires of Heaven in Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series. If you haven't read that far, going to ruin some stuff, folks. It's just so you know. Now, why is Elaida so important to the show right now? And how does that fit into the books? And how is she going to fit into the next season? Well, we know that in the books, she's part of the Tower coup. So essentially, she is the leader of the coup. She leads a bunch of other Aes Sedai against Swan in sort of like a no-confidence vote, I guess is the best way to do it, without even letting Swan and Lyanna know what's happening. And they get deposed and stilled, basically due to their fumbling and handling of the dragon and a bunch of other reasons. And they get the bare minimum number of votes to do so. So Elaida is very political in the book series. She's very good at the manipulation of people, and she, like I said, in the press release of her, the ends justify the means always with Elaida, and she's not inherently evil. That's something I want to get across to you folks. Maybe if you're still this far and you haven't read the book series, she's not considered an evil character. She is not a dark friend. She is not someone who serves the Dark One. She's just a terrible person. In her mind, she's doing good. Everything she does is from the point of, I'm doing this because I think it will benefit everyone, including herself, and maybe sometimes herself more than others, but she doesn't do it from a place of just being evil, because she's not. So when she led the Tower coup against Swan, she really did think that Swan fumbled the ball and that Swan was not fit to lead. Now, from a book reader's perspective, pretty much everyone dislikes her because of perception of all the other characters of her and exactly how she acts on screen. She's not a super likable character, but she's tough and she's powerful, and she does what she thinks she needs to do. So why is it so important that she's joining us in the 3rd season? Well, we're pretty sure the Tower coup is happening at some point or another. We talked about this during the trailer breakdown video. We know that there's going to be a Black Aja exodus at the very first of the season. So Liandrin and what we believe to be 8 other Aes Sedai, or 8 total Aes Sedai, leave the towers, Black Aja, and they head to Tanchico. And in the doing so, there's a big fight. We know from the scenes that we broke down here on the channel that there's going to be Aes Sedai cut in half. There's going to be lots of blood. Warder's dead, Aes Sedai dead. A big battle on the tower grounds in Tar Valon. So that's going to be the big focal point of the first of the season. Now, in the book series, it was sort of a bloodless leaving. The Black Aja left the tower, and they didn't fight their way out. They just kind of left. But the Tower coup was bloody. There was sister fighting against sister, warder fighting against warder, but not insofar as the sisters were actively fighting each other. It was more of, how can I put this? Political maneuvering and being upset and angry. There was no real, they didn't throw fireballs at each other in the tower halls because the 3 oaths don't allow them to do that. So it wasn't bloody in that sense, but it was bloody in the fact that a lot of the warders were fighting, a lot of the tower guards were fighting, and there was a big push to try to rescue Swan and Lyanna. But I don't think we're going to see that on screen. I think they were pretty smart in opening with the Black Aja leaving next season, and it's going to be a huge fight, a huge battle, because if you know these folks are dark friends, other Aes Sedai can use the 1 power against them, so it makes the spectacle of them leaving and the fight that much more involved. And then if you get to the Tower coup, well, the Aes Sedai can't really fight each other. It's going to be some warders fighting. It's not quite as exciting to put on screen. So I think that Elaida is going to join us a couple of episodes in, come to the tower. She's going to foment the Tower coup after the Black Aja leaves. She's going to use the mishandling of the Dragon Reborn. I think she's going to use the misuse of finding and rooting out the Black Aja, how they escape. She's going to use all these failures, pile them up in Swan's lap, and I think we're going to see more of a political maneuvering to that end than a big fight, because 2 fights in the tower in 1 season I think is a bit much. So I think she's going to pop in. I think we're going to see a bloodless coup, and it's going to be all political maneuvering with the same outcome as in the books. I think we're still going to see Swan deposed. I think we're still going to see Swan stilled, perhaps even die from the stilling, and Elaida will be Amyrlin next season. Now, why is it very important that we get a big actress like Shohreh Aghdashloo to join the 3rd season and forward? Because, well, we're all pretty sure as fans that Rosamund Pike is not going to be in the show past the third season. Part of the reason I'm giving book 5 spoilers here is because she does end up fighting Lanfear in book 5 and, for all intents and purposes, dying. And that's already been kind of set up by the teaser trailer that they released, because Maureen was talking about that she has to die in order for Rand to succeed. So if you have a big name like Rosamund leaving the show, it only makes sense to add another very strong, very upfront female character played by a very well-known actress. So I can see Elaida being very more important to the show's story than she was in the books. Don't get me wrong. She was very important to the book story. She took over as Amyrlin, and she proceeded to drop the ball repeatedly after that. She's just not good in a position of power when it comes down to it. She's not good at managing people. And it led to a lot of very interesting conflicts later on in the book series that I didn't give spoilers for past book 5, so we're not going to get into them. But I think with Rosamund gone, Shohreh joining, I think that's a really, really good thing, because if Rosamund exits the show this season, if Maureen's character dies this season, then there's a hole left there that needs to be filled by another strong character, and I think Elaida is the perfect character to take over that role. Now, I know a lot of people, since I leaked the role about a year and a half ago, and saying, well, she'd be a better Cadsuane, I'd like to see her as Cadsuane. I never saw as Cadsuane. As soon as I watched The Expanse, I don't know if it was the red outfit. I don't know if I couldn't tell you what it was, or that very iconic signature voice that Shohreh has, the way she moves, the way she just projects herself. As soon as I saw that, I said I want her to play Elaida in the Wheel of Time show, if that's ever going to be a thing. And here we are. It's been quite a few years, and she is playing Shohreh in the show, which to me is like a dream come true. Or she's playing, rather, Shohreh's playing Elaida in the show, which is like a dream come true to me. I'm very excited about that. So let me know your thoughts down below. It's finally out there. She's interacting with Fandom. If you don't have an X account, that's where she's primarily interacting with Fandom right now. If you wanna drop her a line, welcome to the Fandom. She's actively been replying to people all day. She thanked me when I welcomed to the Fandom. She's been thanking other big content creators like the Dusty Wheel, Watt series. People in the Fandom are just tagging her and saying, "I'm so happy you're Elaida," and she's thanking them back and replying to them. She's very excited. I think she's showcasing her excitement to be part of this fandom, which makes me pretty happy. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. Now, also, I do have a favor to ask of you folks. I'm trying a little bit different of a format in today's video. If you notice, my intro was, my animated intro was cut short. The music was gone. I talked over it. Very, very, very quick intro of what we're talking about, a quick like and subscribe, and then carried on with the video. I've got some advice over the last couple of days from some people that talking about the YouTube algorithm and reach and whatnot, and they're saying that retention rates are important in videos, and my animated thing at the first and my long-winded introductions before getting to the point of the video causing people to not watch the rest of the video. And I took a look, and it 100% true. It's absolutely true. So let me know what you think of the new format. We're going to do it this way for the next little bit and see if it makes any kind of difference. I'm going to need your guys' help too. If you can share the video around, tell people about it, put it on social media, tell people about the channel. We'll see if we can up the subs here in the channel a little bit, because I kind of want to hit that 25,000 mark. That's a pretty important milestone for me, and I want to do a big giveaway for you folks when we do it. So we have this video coming out today, a little bit of plans for the future. We have another What I Missed in the Trailer video coming out likely tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. I have another video about, there's a ton of other Wheel of Time news. It's just kind of been smaller bits here and there, posts on social media, things of that nature about Season 3. The interview that was done during CCXP that I haven't talked about here on the channel yet, with Yosha, Madeline, and Rafe. We're going to do a video on that the next couple of days. 2 more videos about that Cards of Eternity game. Not a big popular video here in the channel, but it's Wheel of Time based, and I do want to talk about it a bit here and there. We have some other stuff in the pipe for next week, so maybe some more leaks, folks. We'll see how it goes. I do start vacation soon, so I'll have some extra time to do more videos, but you're going to see much more regular videos from me right now, because we have a lot to talk about when it comes to the Wheel of Time. If you haven't already subscribed, like I said, please do so. Share it around to your friends and family. Thank you so very much for sticking with me here to the very end, and here's to many more. you.